Good morning to all. The topic for today's discussion is the provisions related to the appointment and powers of special judges under the Prevention of Corruption Act 1988. Section 3 of the Act provides for the power to appoint special judges. According to this section, the central and the state governments are empowered to appoint special judges by placing a notification in the official gazette to try the following offences. First, any offence punishable under this act, that is the Prevention of Corruption Act. Second, any conspiracy to commit or any attempt to commit or any abatement of any of the offences specified in clause A. So section 3 provides for the trial of cases in which government officials are involved and they have done the offense related to corruption. Also, it provides for the abatement of such criminal corruption cases, and if anyone is abating such acts of corruption, then this act provides for the trial of such cases by the special judges appointed by the central government or the state government. Subsection 2 of section 3 provides for the qualification of such special judges. According to this subsection, a person shall not be qualified for appointment as a special judge under this act unless he is or has been a sessions judge or an additional session judge or an assistant session judge under the Code of Criminal Procedure Code 1973. So, a person, a judge, to be appointed as a special judge must possess the post of session judge, additional session judge, or assistant session judge under the provisions of Criminal Procedure Code. And if he is presently holding such post, or if he has been retired also from that post, he can be appointed as a special judge for the purposes of trial of corruption cases under the Prevention of Corruption Act 1988. Section 4 provides for the cases trial by special judges. Which cases can be tried by special judges is provided under section 4. According to section 4, notwithstanding anything contained in the Code of Criminal Procedure 1973 or in any other law for the time being in force, the offences specified in subsection 1 of section 3 shall be tried by special judges only. So according to section 4, in reference to the corruption cases, the right to try those cases has been conferred on the special judges appointed under the provisions of section 3, and no other magistrate, no other judge will be entitled to try such cases which are related to the corruption. Only special judges which are appointed by the central government or state governments by notification into the official gazette can be entitled for the trial of such cases. Section 4 also provides that every offence shall be tried by the special judge for the area within which it was committed. It means that within the local jurisdiction of the special judges in which any corruption related matter has been committed, only that judge will be entitled to try such accused persons under this act, or by the special judge appointed for the case. If any judge has been appointed for a particular case, in that situation that special judge will be entitled or will have the exclusive right to try the cases conferred to him by the acts of by the notification of the governments, or where there are more special judges than one for such area, by such one of them as may be specified in this behalf by the central government. Last, it provides that if there are more special judges, then such special judge will try any particular case which has been authorized by the central government in this behalf to try that particular case or class of cases in a particular circumstances. When trying any case, a special judge may also try any offence other than an offence specified in this act with which the accused may, under the Code of Criminal Procedure, be charged at the same trial. So, in commission of the corruption cases, if any other offence has been committed which can be tried under the provisions of criminal procedure, then that case, that charges may also be tried by the special judges under the provisions of this act, and no separate trial will be conducted for the trial of that particular charges which can be tried under the provisions of Criminal Procedure Code. The trial of an offence shall be held as far as practicable on day-to-day basis, and an endeavour shall be made to ensure that the said trial is concluded within a period of 2 years. So every trial of corruption cases should be concluded within the period of 2 years. But in certain situations where the trial is not concluded within the said period, that is 2 years, the special judge shall record the reasons for not having done so. Further, it provides that the said period may be extended, that is, the period of 2 years may be extended by such further period for reasons to be recorded in writing, but not exceeding 6 months at a time. So, however, that the said period, together with such extended period, shall not exceed ordinarily 4 years in aggregate. So, in any situation, along with the extension, the trial of corruption cases should be concluded within the time period of 4 years,